Page 28.
So here again, 9:06 to 9:09 a.m. If we look at Riley's locations here, we see now she's moved down here, and at 9:06 she's now entering the woods here, the forest, and then her run trail takes her up and along this trail here at 9:09. What we have on the Ibarra device is again timing advanced check-ins at 9:11 or 9:09 11 seconds and 9:09 56, both of which are on this timing advanced arc. Again, still no Rubin data during this time period, which allows us to say that device was most likely in the forested area somewhere along this arc.
And is it your expert opinion in looking at both Laken Riley's Garmin watch data and the timing advanced data from Jose Ibarra's phone that their two digital profiles are closing in on one another at this time?
They are.
Okay. The next slide.
So this is 9:09 to 9:12. And again, if we look at the Riley GPS here, we see at 9:09:12 it's here. 9:09:51 it made that turn to go north and west along that trail. And then we have the rest of those locations here, 9:10 to 9:12. We also have some timing advance of her device. Again, her device checking in with the network at 9:10:51. And you see that as that blue arc right here. We also have the timing advance for the 3978 red device. And so what we see here is at 9:09:56 is the first one. It's using this tower here, and we see it reports the distance at 0.58, which is the exact distance of Riley's check-in approximately 1 minute later. Here we have the device checking in using this distance right here at approximately 9:10 all the way to 9:12:08.
So during this time period that we see on slide 29, 9:09 a.m. to 9:12 a.m., are Laken Riley's digital profile and the Jose Ibarra phone, again, next to one another or on top of each other or coinciding? How would you describe it?
I would say that they are very close.
Okay. Next slide.
Again, this is a continuation, 9:13 to 9:09. Again, we already looked at Riley's GPS. We know that's all kind of in the vicinity of the crime scene during this time period. This is also where we have some timing advance off of her device, still reporting approximately the same distance at 9:17 here. And during this time period, we have the Ibarra device checking in using this tower and sector here, these arcs, at 9:13 to 9:09, with one of those during those time periods at 9:16. It's also checking in with this tower and sector here.
9:30, or excuse me, page 31, 9:20 to 9:27.
Continuation here. Again, we have looking at Riley's GPS device, 9:20 to 9:26:58. Again, 9:26:58 is the last time the device reports a latitude and longitude location. And then we have her timing advance at 9:20 and 9:26. Again, that device reports this approximately the same distance, so no movement that we can see on her device. And then we have his device here, the 3978 device, again in red here, reporting in several different distances from 0.4 to 0.9 between the 9:20 and 9:20 time period, again in this arc portion right here.
Page 32.
Again, continuation, 9:30 to 9:39. Now I'm looking at just the 3978 device, and what we see here is a lot of different timing advance arcs here. Again, the first one is at 9:30:06, and it reports 0.58 miles, which is the farthest distance here. And then what we see is that device reports closer and closer and closer to the tower, meaning that device started at 9:30:06, ending at 9:39:55, was farther away and got closer to the tower, eventually using this timing advance arc here at 9:39:55. So again, I'd say the device was farther away from the tower and gets closer to the tower during this time period. Again, still no Rubin data from the device at 9:39.
And you've already told us at this point, Laken Riley's digital profile does not move after 9:26 a.m. Is that right?
That's correct.
So how long, from what time period, and if you need to flip back to look at your report, let me know, but from what time period to what time period did Laken Riley's digital profile and the Jose Ibarra device profile overlap in the forest?
Yeah, so approximately 9:10 on, pull up the slide here. So on page 12 is where we saw the device at 9:10:02 as it traveled north and west on the trail, and getting to the area at 9:10:36, that eventually it stays within that area and eventually moves off the trail approximately 5 minutes later. So I would say, and also based on his timing advance of where he is, plus the lack of Rubin data, I would say that the devices came in contact somewhere around the late portions of 9:10. So
Until when?
Until approximately, I would say probably 9:32 is when we see his device. Again, on this slide here, we can see at 9:30 it's here. 9:30 and 53 seconds, it's now a little bit closer. 9:32:07, it's now a little bit closer. So I would say it's somewhere around the 9:30 to 9:32 time period.
And then that device, the Jose Ibarra device, is on the move at that point.
Yes, ma'am.
And in what direction does his device move, and where does it go, and at what time?
Yeah, so again, we saw on the other slide at 9:30 to 9:39, it moved far, it started farther, and eventually got closer to the tower. During this time period at 9:40 to 9:50 a.m., now we have timing advance, plus now we're seeing the Rubin data again. The first location of that Rubin data is at 9:40 a.m., a 98-meter hit. And then we see 9:45, and then eventually 9:50 here. And again, that all interacts with our timing advance data we have here between 9:40 and 9:50 a.m.
And you have marked in this page 33 a D1 dumpster. What is that?
That's a location I was asked to look at as far as location information of where I think an article of clothing or something like that might have been thrown in the dumpster.
And is it consistent with the Rubin data that you have seen that that Jose Ibarra device is at that dumpster and could be at that dumpster at 9:44 a.m.?
Yes. Again, we have 9:40 here. The next location is at 9:45 here. So obviously you can see the scale of the map on the bottom between the device, the dumpster here, and this 9:45 is probably, I don't know, 70 or 80 feet distance. So yes, it's completely logical that at 9:45 the device could have been near the dumpster, but it just didn't report a location during that time. The next one we had was at 9:45.
And at 9:50 is the device back at the Ibarra residence?
It is.